in the FA Cup semi-final, and it was a whitewash beating again for. It was a whitewash beating for what's it called for Vincent Company. It was defeated 6-0 by Manchester City. Don't you think that was a kind of how can I put it? A kind of eye opener to what you expect in the Premier League. And don't forget, in this game we saw the first goal from who else? Erling Haaland. In the 4th minute, he is starting from where he stopped last season.
Starting from where he stopped last season. Last season, he's the highest goal scorer. In fact, he scored 52 goals last season. And he just say, "I am present." He just registered his name here. He's present. And in the FA Cup, he scored hat-trick against them. He scored hat-trick against Burnley. And today he's registering his name.
And Burnley with a chance.
You understand?
That was
the first chance of Burnley this game.
Erling Haaland we're talking about.
Right.
He scored an hat-trick against Burnley in the last, when they played in the FA Cup, when Manchester City defeated them 6-0. And here he is, he has registered him. But I also want to say, probably it's not going to be 6-0. I hope to see Vincent Company come up and show his master that Oga, I have, to some extent, I have improved. You gave me 6 last time, but this time around, probably you're going to give me 3. But next time, probably you give me 1, but when we come again, I will defeat you. Gradually, you have to come out. You have to show himself that is what for him to win the championship in England. It's not a small title to win. And here, present, he qualified only for the Premier League, and here they are playing. So he should prove himself.
Okay, as a player, we're into the 15 minutes, approaching 16th minutes of this game, and it has been Manchester City, all around. And don't forget, they scored the first goal in the 4th minute from the very own talisman, talking about Erling Haaland, and it's Manchester City who are currently attacking against Burnley. This is how Guardiola plays his football. He can play this for the next 180 minutes, and keep the opponent back foot. Yemi, straight to you, what do you think opponents actually need to do to curtail Pep Guardiola's formation?
First, you have to be ready to suffer, because there are some teams that when you come out at them, they can hurt you. This team has been assembled with a very good playing pattern and personnel that are skillful to execute Guardiola's tactics. So when you now look at the way they play, they try to pass the ball around. They wear you out. So once you get tired, they hit you hard. When you are 2-0 down, you get tired and tired before you know the game is up. So the main thing I think teams can do is that stop them from passing. Let there be, don't mark with one man alone, maybe 9 meters in between. Everybody be marking on their lines, maybe 4 meters, 6 meters in between, just to intercept those passes. If you can stop them from playing. We've seen teams cut supplies, and Man City struggled to win.
That was almost the second goal for Manchester City, and it was
Trafford.
It was Trafford. He was actually a very good goalkeeper. He was Man City. Former Manchester City goalkeeper, right from Manchester City youth
That's
team.
an offside.
That's an offside. Yes. He will always be remembered for his brilliant work at the Euro under 21, if I'm not mistaken, England versus Spain final, where he saved that late penalty in the dying embers of that game. Yeah. So we'd like to see how much he grows, and where else can you get your baptism of fire? It's even against your former team, and one of the best attack in the world of football.
And he has considered one.
He considered one already.
A good move for Burnley. Would have been the goal.
Ederson got that. Ederson saved that. Okay, straight to the starting 11 of both teams. We'll be starting with Manchester City, and on my screen, I guess Manchester City are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation with Ederson in goal post and Kyle Walker as a right back. There's Manuel Akanji who pairs with Nathan Ake. And we have Rico Lewis who plays as the left back in this game. In midfield, we have Kelvin De Bruyne and Rodri, both pairing together at in the first phase of the midfield. And we have Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez and Bernardo Silva at the attacking side of the midfield. And a low-man striker talking about Erling Haaland. Wow. a fantastic starting 11 for Manchester City in this game?
Practically the regular suspects, apart from Foden coming into the starting 11. Then you see them the traditional 4-3-3 possession based formation. So, but let's see how they do with it. And it shows how Guardiola has successfully helped these younger players to grow into the team. With the likes of Foden coming from the academy.
And there's Rico Lewis
also. There's Rico Lewis also. And with the way even Palmer, we saw Palmer at the Community Shield. So the way he's infusing those guys into this squad, that's one of the reasons why they'll still be the favorite. They'll still be, because now they want to even add Paqueta. And willing to pay, oh my God.
As much as
why didn't I just oh, that opportunity. No, I can only imagine how Moises Caicedo will be feeling right now.
Okay, that's another one. We have a lot of players, who will be playing in the Premier League, and we have a lot of players who will actually be changing clubs and staying within the Premier League. Don't forget, we also have TalkSport on Premier Sport Fan Center, where we actually take a look at all these transfer windows or transfer markets, whereby we'll give you every details as it's going. We're still very much on the Moises Caicedo transfer saga. We saw it yesterday. He was almost coming to Chelsea. At a point, he was almost going to Liverpool, and today it's looking like he's going to Chelsea. But that deal is not yet over. And don't worry, we'll get it covered when that deal is done. Okay, straight to the Burnley starting 11.
I'm talking about. I want to before you can go on. Sorry, I want to talk about the inclusion of Ricky Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis,
Rico Lewis.
18 years old player, and you see Guardiola is already introducing him to the big stage, and gradually he will grow with it. Before you know, become a superstar. You understand? The left back. Before you know what's happening, he's one of the superstars, and a lot of people will want to buy him. Though we see the conventional lineup of Manchester City. Even from the back line, you see the Ake them, the Akinji them, and the Walker.
It's looking like on our screen, it's looking like De Bruyne is having a problem. And don't forget, he was substituted in the game against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and it's looking like he's not actually, he's not looking good at all. And it's just the 20th minutes, we're approaching the 21st minutes in this game. And don't forget, it's still Manchester City 1, Burnley 0. All right, straight to Burnley starting 11. They're playing in a formation of 5-4-1. Wow. With James Trafford in post, we have Vitinho, Jay Bayer, we have O'Shea, Aldaki, and Roberts in defense. While in midfield, we have Luka Kole-Osho, we have Sander Berge, Josh Kullian, talking about the Burnley captain, and Leo Foster. While in attack, they're also playing just a one-man attack, talking about Zeki Amdoi. Wow, this looks like a fantastic squad.
No, not really. The squad is not that deep. But what do you expect? You want to defend against Man City. That explains the 5 men in the defense line. So, you can't sometimes when you want to go for some mission, you have to be defensive so that it won't be a suicide mission. So I understand why company had to go with the 5 men defense.
Okay, the ball possession currently sits with Manchester City on 69%, while Burnley has just 31% of the ball possession. It has been Manchester City all the while for the past 22 minutes. We've been analyzing and seeing this game. What do you think Burnley needs to do to get into the mood or get to this party? Because they need to actually come to party. They are at home. This is the first game of the season.
Well, what Burnley have to do is to see how they can. Those who won the the championship in Burnley, some of them have been sold out, and some they have brought in new players. In fact, Burnley has had they've included up to, let me just call them.
It's looking like De Bruyne is out injured, and we can see Kovacic, looks likely to be the one replacing De Bruyne. Yeah. Injury has been a problem for De Bruyne right from last season. Yes, and it's correctly. We can see Kovacic is coming in for his Premier League debut in the Manchester City shirt. And he's replacing the captain, the standing captain, talking about Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, you can go.
Okay, you see, like what I was trying to say, that you see that now Guardiola have foresight. he knows that his midfield, they are always prone to injury, and he brought in Kovacic for a possible replacement if in case. And it's already happening in the first match. That's to tell you how good he is. He has foresight. And we're talking about the line-up of Burnley before De Bruyne had that. I said there are a lot of new players introduced into the Burnley squad, and they need time to actually understand themselves. Because with what I'm seeing here, Burnley, there is a good side, and I'm very sure they will not go.
On their attack, and Trafford got that.
I'm sure they will not be relegated in this 2023-2024 season, because Company himself is a good coach. Though this is the first Premier League.
And for our viewers, it's recorded that Mr.
Solomon
said
take it that they will not be relegated.
It's still the first game. The season is actually still
no, you can see you can see it from now. They will not be relegated. I'm the one saying it now. You can quote me anywhere.
Yeah, because they've not even played first half.
Yes. What you know what you do to me? You give me public knock. On the studio. When I mention, okay, quickly, see, when we look at the Burnley, so there are I think a lot of players have been brought in, introduced, like the Zeki Abdoni from Basel came into Burnley. Then James Trafford from Manchester City, the goalkeeper from Manchester City. Then Jordan Beyer from Mauritius Mönchengladbach also. Then Sander Berg from Sheffield. Then Dara Oshie from West Brom. Michael Obafemi from Swansea, then Luca Colosio from Espanyol, Lawrence from Leyton Orient came to Burnley, then Jacob Broom from Unfinham to Burnley. See, they've actually packaged new players into their squad. So you just give them time, and that's why I have the confidence to tell you that these people will not be relegated.
Talking about Burnley, he said Burnley won't be relegated, and we are currently in the 25th minute, approaching 26th minute, and that is Alvarez on the ball. What is he going to do? He has two Burnley players to actually beat there, and it's Burnley who are currently, trying to play it safe at the back, but that is not safe because they don't play those kind of ball behind or very close to your goalkeeper. Come straight to you, Yemi. 25th minute. How will you rate the first game in the EPL? How does it look like?
It's still early. It's quite early. So far, he's been living up to his billing. The kick and follow play, where you run, you sit at the edge of your seat for most of the game. Counter-attacking style of play. And it's so sweet how Guardiola has been able to mesh that counter-attacking style into the tiki-taka. So you will see that Man City, the way Man City play, doesn't look like the way Guardiola's Barcelona played there. There is a fuse of more...
wow. I think Rico is a fantastic
player.
He has to be protected because the kicks are flying in. And it has been a big tug of war between him and Colio today. It's like it's looking like a very much lively fight contest between these two players.
Yeah, Lewis put himself in glory because you don't expect a manager like Guardiola to place a trust in you if you have not done something right. Yeah. So that's good. Lewis had a fantastic season. Was one of the reasons Cancelo had to go on loan in January. So let's just see this season. And so far, this game has...
chance for Burnley!
The Manchester's defense were actually up to the task, and the ball is back in the Manchester City
now,
midfield.
Who will we call Manchester now?
Manchester City.
Is it City or United?
No, we're in Manchester. It's one Manchester playing tonight. If it is two Manchester playing now, we have to differentiate with it. Okay, I have two contradicting statistics here. One, Burnley have won just one of their 23 league matches against Manchester City. They've drawn 6 and lost 16. And have lost the last 8 in a row by an aggregate of 26-1. That is horrible in all competitions. And now the second one is that Burnley have won their opening games in just 2 of their last 8 league games. And it's looking like a game that is favoring Manchester City. We are looking at it from the statistics side of it.
Talking about the statistics side of it, it actually favors Manchester City because in the opening game of the Premier League, out of the 12 played by Manchester City, they've won 11. You understand what I'm saying? Part of the statistics, they won 11 and lost just 1. That's to tell you how good they are. And you just read out the statistics of Burnley. And another thing again, you have to know that the last time Burnley scored against Manchester City was in 2019. In the last six, 7 matches they played, Burnley have not scored against Manchester City. You understand what I'm saying? They've not scored against Manchester City. So that's to tell you that in favor. But this very squad of Burnley I'm seeing, they look good. Even though they're not going to score, but I want to say probably they're going to score in this match. The way I'm seeing it, the way it's going. Hopefully they're going to score. And probably change that narrative of, unable to score against Manchester City.
Okay, let's see if they can change that narrative of unable to score against Manchester City. But the game is still being played, and we can see Ake and Koleosho. Koleosho has actually been impressive in this game. He has been full of runnings. Probably we can see him play for Nigeria if in future to come.
Maybe.
But currently plays for the Italian national team. Talking about the Italy under-20, that is where he plays for. And we can see Henderson in goal post. How reliable has Henderson been for Manchester City in the Premier League?
He has been very, very reliable. Yeah, the only reason he's not the #1 choice for Brazil is because there's one analysis.
There's an analysis.
So you have to look at, playing for Man City, you have to be a good goalkeeper and a good midfielder. So you have to have two qualities in one. Which explains why De Gea was let out of Manchester United. Because on a normal day, you won't want to lose the best goalkeeper in the league for the just concluded season. But because he's not a ball player, he's not a midfielder and a goalkeeper. So, we've seen Ederson do an assist from the goal, from the box 18. And he's been fantastic for Man City. They first brought in Bravo. Bravo didn't really get into that shape. But bringing in Ederson, he has justified the millions Man City had to cover to bring in him. I think from Benfica, a team in Portugal.
From Benfica, yeah, from Benfica. Okay, we are into the 30th minute already, and it's still Manchester City 1, Burnley 0. The way Manchester City started this game, by scoring in the 4th minute, everyone would have thought it's going to be a whitewashed first half counter. Okay, away from the Manchester City game, don't forget the Spanish La Liga also started today, and we also have the French League 1, which is also on. And Nice is actually leading against Lille 1-0, and that game is also in the 33rd minute. And in the Spanish La Liga, Almeria against Rayo Vallecano is done. Rayo won that game 2-0 away from home.
And Rayo is topping the table.
It's the one. And every other team are here
But they are
today.
topping the
For now, at least for once,
They are topping
they
the
can say when we were topping the table.
Yes.
They can say their story.
They were the first to top the table with points.
Okay, get back to the Manchester City game. We are in the 31st minute, approaching that 32nd minute, and it's Manchester City who has been doing most of the playing in this first half. You can't just come out and attack a team like Manchester City. You have to be very much careful when attacking them, and that is one of the most dangerous players when you're looking for a player, and you can see him. That's Bernardo Silva on our screen. And there's one thing I love about Rico Lewis, the way he attacks with potent. He's never scared of attacking, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about the starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 they come back. Anybody can.
Folding.
And
This is
Kovacic.
one thing I'll miss Kovacic.
Wow, that's a fantastic one from Folding.
Oh,
You know, there was when I heard of Manchester City wanting to buy Doku, I was like,